Well. Just want to talk to you guys a little bit about making movies. Being on the set is always fun, but when you're doing it on your own, it is a lot of work. But when you're on the set, everybody else doing everything. You got your set directors, your writers, your directors and producers. Like when I worked in Rush Hour 2, that was really cool. Just like working in Ocean's 11 and State of the Art. What is it? Triple X, State of the Union. Anyway, you got to do your own thing sometimes. You got to be creative. So if you have a plan on making a movie, I don't know how big time a movie you want to make. There's always short films, like we did Into the Tiger, which was a short film, and it became very successful. So now, after popular demand, we're working on Into the Tiger, a full feature. So we're thinking about working here in San Diego, as well as maybe doing some work up in Las Vegas. So I'm talking to several different directors and producers. I'm learning a lot. Like talking with director Bill Duke, he taught me a lot of different techniques. I'm glad I'm doing the Ninja News. As a matter of fact, Bill told me I should do something like that. More eyes, more success. So I get a chance to tell people ways to make their dreams come true. Just got to stay focused. You got to believe that you can do it. Everybody has to have a side job doing something. Like when I met Brad Pitt backstage on the set of Ocean's 11, he told me he used to have to wear a chicken suit. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, man, I wore a chicken suit for many years. And then he took classes in the meantime, and he was just persistent, and he knew what he wanted to do, and he didn't let nothing or nobody stop him. And that's what you got to be like if you really want to make it, because it is going to be people to tell you what you can and cannot do. But some people come up to me and they talk to me, they tell me they want to be in movies. I'll be like, have you ever took any acting classes? No. Well, if you ain't took no acting classes, you might have a little bit of a problem because you got to know how to act. It's not that simple. I took acting in high school and college. As a matter of fact, one of my first shows I ever did was on stage at Camp Brooklyn Fart when I was like 11 years old, and we won the competition. Basically, we put together a little skit with martial arts and the song Kung Fu Fighting. Who would have thought that, like 30 years later, that became the biggest thing on the national circuit, is martial arts with music. And I was the first to use that in competition. I used it at the U.S. Top 10 Nationals. I performed to Shake Your Body Down to the Ground. And the next thing you know, artists like Cynthia Rothrock, George Chung, and a whole lot of others came up and became successful. I was even looking at one of my friends, just a second, hold on. Got a little bit of popularity, a little crowd coming around. But anyway, I was just watching John Wick, thanks. I was watching John Wick 3, and one of the guys I used to compete against, only a couple of times, I competed against him in the end. I seen him in there doing some fight scenes. It looks pretty good. John Valero, he looked pretty good. Techniques look sharp. Everybody's technique looks sharp. I really like John Wick. And I have been talking to Giovanni about making Into the Tiger with a lot of action all the way through it before that movie had came out. But Giovanni was more like, oh, we've got to have a really serious story. It's got to be, story-based. I'm more of an action man, an action thriller, because in my life it's a lot of action. That's just what it is. So you should be looking forward to Into the Tiger because it does have a great story, and working with Giovanni is going to be a lot of fun. I got a couple of other directors and producers. I ain't going to say no names right now, but we got some things coming together. It's going to be a lot of action. A lot of... See? So you got to know how to click on when it's time to click on. It's time to do moves just like in a fight. You need to be able to be explosive and dynamic. And you got to know how to put expressions on film. Sometimes you got to smile. Sometimes you got to frown. Sometimes you got to be bad. Sometimes you got to be mad. But the whole thing is you got to study your craft. I learned a lot also from watching Oprah. She ain't doing no action movies and nothing like that, but she does know how to act. She does really, really good. And she knows how to work with the camera and how to do interviews. I was looking at her on Super Soul Sunday, and I was like, man, that's an interesting show. I like how she sits down and she interviews these people. So the last time I went to the Dragon Fest, I did the same thing. I interviewed several of my martial arts friends, including Don the Dragon Wilson, Cynthia Rothrock, Benny Yaquades, James Liu, and a couple of other great martial artists. So, get a chance, check out the Ninja News, go to the Chucky Curry channel, and subscribe. You know, it's all about doing what you want to do, making something happen. I am tired. I've been working so much lately. My mother told me, boy, don't give yourself no heart attack. You're working too much. Hey, you know, got a lot of bills to pay. I got a lot of things on my mind. I got to make things happen. I'm not going to be just sitting around staring at, you know, the clock. Time waits for no one. You got to do everything that you can with the time that you do have. Of course, take out some time to relax and enjoy yourself. But, you know, the more you train, the more you gain. The more you put into it, the more you get out of it. So until next time, watch out for the Ninja News. And Into the Tiger is coming soon. So take care of yourself, you guys. And don't let nothing or nobody get you down. Stay focused. Keep your eye on the sparrow. God bless. Don't stress.